Hello and welcome back, everyone, to another episode of my Big Fat Journey, where this week we tried something different, right? We did the Parmesan crisps this week because back in the day, I swore by these things. And for some reason, I was like, no, let's not do that because that's added calories, it's added fat, it's added everything that doesn't make sense to add to the diet. So I decided this week that I was going to add it back in. And I made the bold call of saying, I'm going to lose 3 pounds this week. Last week, I weighed in at 257.6. Keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and roll this morning's weigh-in.
Hello.
Last week, 257.6. This week.
It's ready.
That's a 3.5 pound loss. 3.5 pounds, essentially. 3.6 pound loss. I'd be lying if I said that I was expecting that to actually happen. So the Parmesan crisps do, in fact, make a difference. I was really caught off guard by that. I didn't think that they would make a difference, and yet here we are, them actually making a difference. So, it's really nice to actually have something else that's really going to be on my side and to confirm something from ages ago. 254.0 pounds as a weigh-in. It's nice to be on a zero. It's just satisfying. If it was a 0.2 extra, I wouldn't diss it because it would be 253 instead of 254. But we are well on our way to getting back to where we need to be. And just looking back at it, our lowest weight that we were at was 252.6. We're only 1.4 pounds away from that. Okay, we are only 1.4 pounds away from my lowest that I have been since middle school. I think next week we're gonna surpass that. If I keep on keeping on with what I've been doing right now, and I'll kind of go into details here in a bit, I definitely don't see any reason why I couldn't have another 2 pound loss next week. I don't want to aim too high. I don't want to say 3 pounds again. I would enjoy a 3 pound loss again. And I'm going to do everything I can to make that happen again. But I'm not going to hold out for it. I'm going to hold out for a 2 pound loss. I definitely think that I could do that. So let's go ahead and get into the further numbers though. We are now 223.6 pounds down since the beginning of the journey, which is absolutely amazing. It's going to be nice hitting 225 and then 230, and then we are now 15.2 pounds away from my goal of being half of what I weighed at the beginning. You know, I think it's probably like my 4th or 5th goal along this way, because like I said, originally it was going to be 270, then it turned into 250, and then that 250 turned into this, I think. I probably missed one in between there. But it's changed so damn much that the current goal, I'm only 15.2 pounds away from. But do I think I'm going to push through to go to 250? Yeah, probably. And at this point, I'm only, 26.4 pounds away from that. I'm giving myself to the end of the year if I want to make that happen. But for right now, the idea of actually hitting this goal before I go on my Florida break is becoming more and more possible with every single week. Right now, I'd have to lose 1.5 pounds every week for the next 10 weeks to make this happen. And here's my last weight losses. 3.6, 2.2, 3.2, 3.2, 4, 4.6. If you want to go back a little bit further, 0.6, and then 2.6, then 5. I mean, right now, I haven't had a loss below 2 pounds since March 13th. I have definitely dialed in. I have figured out how to do this, for me at least, and it's exciting. It's exciting for the idea of me being in the 230s before I leave for Florida, and then I can go ahead and enjoy myself down there. I know I'm going to have a weight gain, even though I'll try and do as much exercising as I can while I'm there, but I know I'm going to have a weight gain. And then I think the biggest problem is going to be getting back onto this on the level that I am right now, because I have so much control over what I'm eating. It's weird. It's weird just how much of an anorexic I could actually turn into right now. Like, I have the anorexic mindset almost, of where this week I was going to have I was going to have a cheeseburger, and then I opted to just leave the bread off. I was like, I don't need the bread. I can go ahead and just have the hamburger meat with some cheese and seasoning, and that's going to be good enough. I'm just cutting in little odds and ends spots now. And I'm definitely not starving myself, because I'm still losing. And I'm definitely still having my water consumption up, but not as up as the drowning week. That was a little rough. But this week I was incredibly happy. If we were to maintain this pace, I mean, we would be done in what, 4 weeks? 4 or 5 weeks? We'd be done in a month? I mean, that'd be amazing. It's not going to happen. I'm very big on keeping my goals very realistic, and the realistic idea of what's going to happen is it'll be really, really close to the July 7th deadline. It'll definitely be interesting to see how far I can get before that deadline. If I could hit 230s, that would be amazing, because then I'd be able to know if I fit into an extra large shirt again, because when I go down there, like I said, the wardrobe's really cheap down there whenever I go. So I would like, if I can fit into a new wardrobe, to get a new wardrobe while I'm down there, but we'll see. But it's just been one hell of a ride here lately, because like I said, I don't feel nervous anymore when I get onto the scale. I feel excited for what am I going to see, how much am I going to see that I've lost, and how good did I do this week, because I know I did good. It's no longer a fear anymore. It's, I know I did good. How much good did I do? I mean, even last night, I did a weigh-in before I went to bed, and I was at like 256.8 or something like that. I was already down at the end of the day. Don't ever weigh yourself at the end of the day unless you can establish a better mindset of, I know I don't weigh more than this. Because it's fun for me trying to play the prediction game. How much am I going to lose my sleep? Because it's an interesting game to play. And I don't let it affect my mindset, because I know that I weigh less than that. But it can really screw with your mindset if you're not in the right mindset. So do not do that. For the love of God, do not do that. Sorry, Jack. I think he's used to me saying the words do not. But yeah, this week I will be continuing on with the Parmesan crisp consumption, keeping the water in that nice middle ground, not too heavy, not too low. And I'm going to continue potentially cutting down my meals a little bit further, and like cutting off like the bread type stuff, and just trying to make sure that I can just maintain just what I need. And I'm going to keep on with the shakes. The shakes, I have a big whole stockpile of shakes. I am so happy that I have a nice supply of shakes, because I'm ready to go through all the way through July. And I have more drive than ever. And that's the nice thing, is when you see consistent numbers, 3.6, 2.2, 3.3, 3.2, 3.2, 4, when you see numbers like this, it just drives up your motivation to get this thing done. That's the other thing, is I've been on keto for so long, and I have deprived myself of regular foods that I enjoy so much, like a freaking potato. I would love a baked potato, and I don't even like baked potatoes that much. I like them mashed, but I would gladly take a baked potato with sour cream, cheese, and bacon on it, and I can't, because I know that would kick me out of ketosis. I have to deprive myself of things that once upon a time I was able to enjoy whenever I wanted. I can't wait to get back to that point when I can start enjoying things on lower portions, and hopefully be able to carry out this dieter's mindset of, I don't need that extra calorie, just get one, or unless it's a buffet, I will get as much as I need to get my money's worth. And I'm definitely excited. Let me put it this way. I'm excited for when I get to try adjusting and figure out how it's going to work. If I could take weekends off and then I'm keto through the week, and that's how I maintain, or if I'm keto all month and then the last week of the month I go ahead and take that off, I think that's probably going to be the more probable. Is going to be 1 week a month I can do keto. But if I'm able to do weekends, that would be ideal, I feel. But with my metabolism, I know I won't be able to just enjoy a non-keto lifestyle forever. It's going to have to be a part of my life, I think. But being able to incorporate carbs every now and again, I'm excited for that. Because right now, I mean, I've deprived myself of carbs since Valentine's Day. I have been carb deprived. I look forward to being able to try the the carby stuff again. And that's what I'm fighting for. I'm fighting to get myself better, and I'm fighting to get to that adjustment period at the end of the year, which I think that's going to be the true thing. But I keep changing the number. Probably going to stick on keto through the end of the year, through Christmas, like probably Christmas Eve. And that'll be my Christmas present to myself, is however far I can get before the end of the year, that's probably going to be where my weight is going to just level out. It's going to be whatever that number is. Do I think that I'm going to get down into hundreds? No, absolutely not. I will always be into 200s, but it would be nice to get down to 220s, which is going to be a battle because that weight is going to be really, really stubborn. And I'm going to have to do some major exercising. I'm ready. I'm excited to get into another week. Like I said, Parmesan crisps are still staying on now. The water intake is going to be maintained, and then potentially cutting on my dinners just a little bit more than I already have. Cutting down the portions maybe in half. Well, not quite in half. Probably like another 25% reduction would be nice. Because my stomach has shrunk a lot, and usually when I finish a meal, I'm incredibly full anymore, and it's not even that much food, and it's a good feeling to have. But that is going to do it for this week, though, everybody. I'm going to try one more thing. I think it's a little too cold, but I'm going to try and chug this water. It's completely full. That's a whole bottle of water down. Just like that. Like I said, wider mouths, you get to put in a little bit of air and through the top. Makes it go down smooth. Anyways, that's going to do it for this week, everybody. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys back here next week. Good night. And by the way, if you're still here, here's the teaser before the outro of what one of my live stream elements is going to look like.